Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Monday, June 13th, it is today, and another red day. Absolutely beautiful. You can't beat that. And this is a daily chart on SPY. I want to go over today. I'm just going to go over that and the Dow real quick and give you some key areas that I'm watching. We have a gap right here at 208.221. Your relative strength index on the daily now is 44, and you can see we're just getting ready. The MACD is just getting ready to cross down. That means we are not done. So we could get a move like this where it starts to drift down to the lower Bollinger Band or in that area before we get a bounce on the daily. I think we should open to green tomorrow just to reset the hourly. But on that, I think there'll be selling that comes into that. We have the Fed this week, and then we have the vote next week for Burex or whatever it's called. So that's going to matter. 204.45 is going to be a gap here. There's also a small gap right here at 205.92, and we have this gap at 208.21. If we get a full move, you can see we moved 45. RSI is at 44 right now. We get down to 30 in that area. You're gonna look in this area. Usually you get three red candles, and then you go green again. So however you finish after that, it's just a bounce. So typically, what I'm thinking is going to happen is see we have one, two, three red candles here, big bounce here right up to the middle Bollinger Band. And if it does break that, it's going to get these two gaps that are on the top. But baby steps, we want to keep an eye on where it's going to be at the end of this week. Looking at the weekly is a key area that we need to keep an eye on here. The EMA If the EMA 8 breaks, then we should come down and test the 203 and then the middle Bollinger Band. But you have 2 weeks here. Members, make sure you check out the UVXY and VIX video. It's going to be very interesting for you. But we're in consolidation here on the weekly. You can see here's the low, here's the high, and it's pretty much in a channel right now. But you can follow these two candles to the downside, and it's going to reach the 200 area. So definitely keep an eye on SPY for a measured move. We should open green tomorrow and get follow through back down to the downside. Fed might take us back up for 2 days or a day, and it might even spike to get this 212, 213. But we do see some indicators changing in these charts that should be bringing us to the downside based on what we're seeing here. So definitely keep an eye on what's going on here. We have a couple weeks before the month's out. Our monthly support is going to be the 204.45, which is going to be that. The 204.45 was gap. Okay, so that's a gap right there. But also, once you understand that where we are right now. On this monthly, it's pretty important. So if we close underneath this line right here, we're definitely toast and heading to the downside for a nice little break again. We could get the full extension. We have these three candles to the upside, like I was saying before. One, two, three candles to the upside from the low, like I was talking about in my last video. So this could be the summer start to the fun, where we get somewhere down into this technical area over here. Depending on how everything goes, it could get worse. It could get better. I don't know what's going to happen, but baby steps on this. Look for a little bounce tomorrow, and then a move down to the downside. And the only reason I'm saying that is due to the fact that the hourly is chugging along around 25. So when you get like this, you get a little bit of a bounce and you move forward. You get some trend line support right here on the hourly coming into this gap at 221, 208.21. If it gets up to this 209 area, then I would just say, and does not break it along with the EMA 8, I would say we're going to continue down. If it does break, watch for the key area of these candles support right here, resistance right there, which is going to be right at 210, and you have your 100 and your 20 SMA sitting right here. So different stages have to break for it to or come up and get this gap. They could leave this gap for quite some time, or they could come back and fill it based on this oversold situation. Remember, your relative strength index will just reset. Last bounce took us up to, just the 50 area, not all the way up to 70, and then it epically failed and has stayed down there since. So I would imagine that in this 50 zone for the relative strength index would be our top. All right, this is Matt. Have yourself a fantastic night. If you want to follow my trades, why? Because they're lucrative, exactly what I'm doing, or you can just watch them and see what I'm doing. Definitely check those out. You can follow on WhatsApp. We're also adding another program that you can follow us on if you don't use WhatsApp. So give us a try for a month and see how it goes. Just click on the link on the video. Have yourself a fantastic night. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com.